Good to go.
Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome finally to another episode of Jash Talks. With me today, as always, is my loyal co-host Omar,
Hello.
and joining us as guests is Marty.
So, Omar, quick question. When she says loyal in the beginning, right? How loyal are you? Are we talking dog loyal or cat loyal?
We're talking fruit fly oil.
Ah.
What loyal? Flute? All I heard was flute loyal.
Need to know.
And joining us every now and again is revrezner, who will be appearing randomly.
Cool.
And it's not appearing right now. And the reason why it's webcam off is because he has requested it.
Hello, revrezner.
He's not in the room.
Hello, revrezner.
They're saying hi, Rev Reznor!
I didn't take your fucking Easter candy.
Come in here and say that to my fucking face!
I'm eating Easter candy.
He's eating Cadbury eggs. He's not coming in right now.
Oh man. All right. Good times.
Good time.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't do my usual blog post alerting anyone of this episode, but Omar basically said last minute, "Hey, yeah, I can do it." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay."
All right, I was busy.
I know you were. I know why.
And then I was here.
No one cares, Marty.
Ouch. All right. Goodbye.
No, don't leave.
All questions will now have to come from Omar. I refuse to talk to you now.
No, I'll give
That hurt my
you.
feelings.
I'll give you a cookie, Marty.
Ooh, I like cookies.
Okay.
Okay, back.
And so today, the topic is cliches and things about diversity in fiction movies, TV shows. So, anyone can answer this one first. What is your most annoying cliche?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a tough lady. I smoke and drink whiskey. I'm so tough. I don't like emotion. I'm just like the guys.
All right.
Someone needs to animate that fucking shit.
It annoys the fuck out of me. You don't need to animate. You just need to pick one of the several billion females on TV who act like that.
That's
No.
pretty accurate, honestly.
It is annoying because we want to empower women, which is a good thing to show that, women can be strong, but the problem comes when she's just like a caricature of a woman. It's like,
No, that's
strong
what they did.
women
They wrote a stereotypical tough man and then put boobs on it.
Yep. That sounds like every video game ever made.
I'm just
Japanese video game, I
imagining
mean.
video game covers with 3D boobs.
Tomb Raider is a good one.
Yeah, the problem is, it's like Game of Thrones.
Like-
In Game of Thrones, like that guy who wrote, right, said that he was asked once like how he wrote with females, and he just said he wrote them like people. That makes sense. It's just write them like they're people. You don't
Yeah,
need to have shit. You don't need to empower them either. Just write them like people. Okay, not every male man character is strong and awesome. So why does every female character be strong and awesome? Make a few pussies and assholes too. You know what I mean? But just all the stereotypes. There are a lot more stereotypes for women characters than male characters.
But there's something about a female that can kick a bunch of dudes' ass that just
it's good
fucking
for
awesome.
Oh, it's awesome, but it needs to be written right.
The thing is, I'm just going to take Rey from Star Wars. She was able to kick ass, take names, but at the same time, she had her weaknesses, and that's what needs to be made for a character. It's like, I love women that can, kill me with a look, but yet they still have to have some humanity to them. I do need people. I can't do this all on my own.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even mind if they don't need people, as long as it makes sense within the concept of the character and it isn't the stereotype. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I've seen some episodes.
All right, well, if you haven't, you should watch it.
Probably.
But there's this girl on it called Rosa Diaz, who's like the stereotypical tough Mexican chick who drinks. There's there's all those kind of things. Right? At first, I didn't like it, which was like, this is all the stereotypes. But they advanced upon a character such as she was not the stereotype anymore. She had other aspects. She learned how to fight via ballet. You know what I mean? She has all of the aspects of a character. She just hides them a lot. You know what I mean? She kind of reminds me of Ron Swanson in that regard. And she's like one of the best characters in that show now. And they did that. It was so easy. They made her tough as fucking balls. You know what I mean? Like, she's terrifying. At the same time, she has character. You know, she's not a goddamn stereotype. This is why I like her. She's a good character. More like her, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Terry
do.
Crews is
I
the
do.
best in that show. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
I've
What?
not seen that show.
Terry Crews, he's in that show. He's amazing.
Oh
He's
yeah,
amazing.
you need to see at least a few episodes, Marty. Get with the times, bro.
I'll put it on my massively long to-do list of things that I need to do.
It's all for me.
gotta stop building.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like that funny. It's not the same kind of humor, but it is consistently at the same level of humor.
Uh-huh.
Always funny.
I will check it out.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah,
It's probably not gonna happen now.
what are you guys' opinions then? What do you think?
Yeah, Marty.
The most annoying cliche.
Yeah, when that just fucking pisses you off when it's brought up, you're like, oh god, this fucking shit again.
You know one that's getting really old that's starting to piss me off from hearing? Most of the
What?
ones about Jewish people, like, long noses or always being greedy about money or stingy about money or something. Like, they're funny. They were funny at first, and now they're just like, we get it, you an anti-Semite, whatever. Just go away.
That's actually really old school cliche, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it's a really old one that's been used like 1,000 frickin' times, and I get tired of hearing it. And most religious cliches, for that matter. But that's just one that pops into my head right off the bat.
Religious cliches in general are all bad. I think they're easy though, the issue, because it's very hard to really write for a specific. Like, let's say there's a character you write for. Okay, my best example. You know, the X-Files. There is an episode where this terrorist blows himself up.
Yeah.
Was this in the new season?
This is a new season. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and I watched it, and I was at first I saw it was Muslim. I was like, oh no. So I don't know if you know, I'm Muslim, right? So
Yeah,
I saw Muslim. I was like,
I
oh
watched
no.
it with my dad, and Dad is very anti-Muslim, so that was like extra nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, but when I watched it, I was like, okay, listen, please, Rise of X-Files, listen, please do like a 180. Make it so he's the victim. Just for once, make the Muslim the not bad guy. You know what I mean? And he was so nice the entire time. I was like, okay, I think we're good, we're cool. But then when he walked into the bank and the camera held back, I was like, fuck, God damn it, you bastards! Yep,
Did you-
blew himself up. No reason
reminds
why,
me-
no example why. He was a perfectly nice fellow. He turned the other cheek at everything, and then
I
suddenly
didn't
he
like
blew himself up.
I did have problems with that episode, but they did go out of their way to basically say, not all Muslims, and, the mother visiting her dying son of going, he wasn't like this, and yada, yada, yada. But, and then when someone tried to, just unplug the one in a coma, and went out on these, I was going to say terrorist theories, conspiracy theories about, they're laying in all the Muslims to destroy blah, 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 and, Scully and Mini Scully basically going having to look like you're fucking nuts. So it wasn't the best, but at least they didn't go full hatred of Muslims.
It reminded me of that.
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you
I was gonna say, mine was a different. I was gonna say it reminded me of that commercial I saw, the German car commercial, where it was like German engineering's the greatest. It was basically a terrorist drives up to this crowded restaurant and blows himself up, and only the inside of the car blows up, but the car stays intact. And it was like German engineering, greatest thing ever.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You didn't see that one?
No,
I'm
I
gonna have
didn't.
to. I'll send that to you
That's
after
it.
this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically for what I forget what car it was, but there was no story to it, nothing at all. It was just him, dude drives up to a restaurant, and he was sitting there, looks around, pulls out a detonator, and it says the normal thing, but you don't hear the audio of it. He just sort of mouths it, and it presses it, and then the entire inside goes fire, and the car itself stays intact. And then right after that scene, it was just like German engineering is the greatest, or something like that. I can't remember.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Germany. Why?
It was, credit to it, it was funny to watch, but it was one of those things that when I saw that scene, it reminded me of that.
So, yeah, I agree with you basically. Religious stereotypes are all bad.
Yeah, and a lot of them are misleading too. Like, for example, let's take a look at the 9/11 attacks. People think that was Muslims from Iraq or Iran or wherever. They were Turkey. But
let's just go about American and global geography. Everything outside the U.S. is wherever.
pretty much. If you're not born or don't travel a lot from the outside the United States, then somebody will the question I get asked a lot is, where is Iceland? Like, apparently it's a country that nobody knows about its location. It's right off the coast of Great Britain, about 800 kilometers, give or take. So I mean, but apparently that's just things people don't know.
They can't look at the map.
I guess not.
About 9/11.
But yeah, it's certain religions that people often think because one thing happens, that entire religion is bad. Take a look at the Crusades. That was led by Christians. After the Crusades, Christianity was the worst thing ever. People went out and killed Christians, mass murders of Christians. What's another good example of that? The Third Reich.
Oh God, Nazis.
Nazis.
British
there you go.
Empire.
The British Empire.
We done fucked shit up.
For a very long time, they just fucking owned everything.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, China,
Be quiet, Lugo.
You like your drugs, China?
So yeah, I
We
mean,
did that. We did that.
and they think because a single group of those people did something in the name of their religion, that automatically means that that entire religion follows that baseline of radicalism.
But the funny thing is, it's a majority thing, because the majority of people who are talking who have these stereotypes are white Christians usually, and as a result, it goes like this: if a brown person if a brown guy goes out and shoots people, terrorist. Black guy goes out and shoots people, thug. White guy goes out and shoots people, mentally ill.
It is annoying because it does seem like mental illness, which should be talked about more, it's really only talked about keep away the conversation about guns, and that's when it becomes really fucking annoying.
Don't even. The worst thing ever to have happen is people complain about guns all the time. For what? Scenario, right? This is sort of on topic, off topic. Someone says, okay, let's ban guns in this area. Well, newsflash, people who break the law are still going to have guns, even if you put up a fucking sign that says no guns allowed, right?
Is that if you look at people having guns trying to defend themselves from attackers, the majority of the time, nothing really helps.
But you're still... It's like if I didn't have the right to own a gun in my house, if somebody breaks in, how am I going to protect myself? With a fucking baseball bat? He has a Goram Glock. What am I going to do against that?
Yeah,
Call the cops?
They come there 2 hours later.
I'll be dead.
My whole thing with gun regulations is, one, making sure mental people that shouldn't have the guns, people who people whose cats tell them to murder people.
People who
Or,
are ex-cons is understandable. People
what?
with certain
Can
who
I
are
just
ex-cons, understandable. People with certain mental illnesses that lead to outrage and sudden bursts of outrage are understandable to moderate. But people like me or you being told that I can't protect myself is just
I
now?
shouldn't
Well,
have
if I can
done it
just
all.
as a man from a civilized country, right? So here's the issue, okay? I think this is the issue with the conversation people forget about. In England, we
Mhm.
just don't have guns in general. You can get a gun if you really try, but most of the nation doesn't have the ability or doesn't really try. We don't want them. You know what I mean? We understand they're too dangerous. As a result, there are very few guns around. The only place you're really likely to find one is in a farm somewhere. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Or the inner city of London. You know what I mean? Like the worst
That's
possible area where you just don't go. Even then, 99% of the time, you're not going to see one. Like, most people will go through their lives without actually seeing one. In England, no guns in the story. Just the less we have of them, the better. The issue is, however, that we have never had guns to that amount. Not the amount you've had, anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We've never
right.
had that be a part of our culture. You guys have. The problem in America is you guys already have the fucking guns. You know what I mean? You guys, it's not that it's not that having guns is a good thing. It isn't. Justifiably and
No.
factually, if you look at the math, not having them is the best outcome. But it's too late now. You have them. You gotta live with that now.
It's
Which is
like
why
drugs.
you say you need a gun, right? You said, but why wouldn't a bat work? In England, a bat would work because the guy walking in isn't gonna have a gun most of the time. In fact, almost all the time he's not gonna have one. He's gonna have the same thing you're having, or best he'll have a knife.
Mhm.
So that's why it's probably fine. In America, though, they will probably have a gun. So it makes sense that you need one. Now, what I think you guys should do is pretty simple, really. You just need first of all, you don't need a machine gun. You don't need a pistol. Get rid of pistol. Pistol's too hideable. You know what I mean? What you need is a long ass one-shot rifle. You know what I mean? Two shots are better. That way,
Yes.
loud as fuck. You know, you have your shot to defend yourself. You're not gonna walk around hiding it. You know what I mean? You can't be a
Just
split
give
because you
everybody
got one shot.
muskets.
Yeah, you basically need a musket is what you need. It's gonna defend you. You know who's gonna walk? You'll be fine. You know what I mean?
They're
God,
horrible accuracy, but by the time you're pulling the trigger, he's already close enough. You're gonna hit him.
yeah, it's fine.
It's like the whole.
Okay, we just got really distracted from the
Well,
point
no,
there.
something else on this topic, right? Well, not the gun topic, but
Okay,
lying with that.
revrezner is appearing. All hail the mighty Revs.
Why don't
Along
ice cream
along that
China?
along that sort of topic, right?
Hey,
Is
okay,
drugs.
Marty, shut up. Revs is talking.
Ah,
Why don't they make ice cream that tastes like pussy? Like, you could have it like all kinds of different countries except the UK. Who wants that? And South Africa. But seriously, they should make like ghetto pussy, Asian pussy. You know, you want to avoid the sherbet or Trump, but just make vagina ice cream.
Doesn't vanilla ice cream taste like American pussy? Diabetes and toothache?
And no, don't forget obesity. Don't forget obesity. That would be American would come in a giant 5-gallon bucket with a side of fried chicken skin.
Nah,
so
dude. They wouldn't give it to you. When you ask for the American option, they'd just throw it on you. Just start slathering you in it so you walk out
so
in
does
an ice
that
cream
mean
suit.
Well, you pour it down your pants. What you do is you wear pants with elastic bottoms that you can tighten like with a drawstring. You pour it down your pants and you wear it as insulation. You just make sure your balls are dipped in the gravy. You know, put your beans right
Never
in.
before has anyone felt a truer case of glue balls.
I've had cake on my penis. Obviously, I'm fat. Everybody drops food and it ends up there. You take it home later when nobody's looking and you eat it out of your pubes. It just happens. I'm just saying, everybody's been there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's looking. You put your hand down the scratch. You're getting a little bit of icing. That's all. And a little bit of famunda.
Ah, so this is what disgust feels like.
Mm-hmm. My balls itch.
Okay, good.
As far as movie cliches, Top Gun. It's got everything. The
No,
whole
no,
movie,
no, annoying
beginning to
question.
end is a cliche and a gay porno.
It is the world's biggest fucking cliche. One of the world's biggest fucking cliches.
In the fucking credits, it's cliche.
Even the credits are cliche, yeah.
I mean, even if you have a VHS copy, if you look at the box, it's a cliche. It's just fucking stupid. And
Cliche, the movie, starring Tom Cruise and that blonde chick you don't remember.
Oh, nobody remembers the blonde chick. She
If
was
you-
there, but we don't remember her name.
if you take the box for the VHS cover and put it on any gay porno, it works. They're all Top Gun.
Oh my
That-
god.
That would actually.
So, how do you know that?
I'm in the porn stores, and what I do between 1 a.m. and 1:15 on every Monday morning is everybody's business.
Makes sense.
Every time. I'm gonna go scratch my ass on the sofa.
Okay, I'll call you when I need you next.
I got Cadbury eggs out there. And they're my Cadbury eggs, motherfucker. They were in my pants.
Yeah, they're all yours, bro.
I made love to them. I fertilized them, and I will fucking eat them. Now, if I could just figure out where that piece of tin foil that was missing from the wrapper went in 2 to 3 days in the bathroom, it'll be good. Because I'm recycling.
Oh, okay.
The hell?
That was an interesting experience.
You wanted him on the show, Omar. You got it.
I feel like we've had contact with a distant alien race. Can't hope to really understand them, but we try.
First Contact.
First,
Another terrible movie.
first conversation, ice cream dick.
Oh, okay. I'll go. I'll actually mention one of my most hated cliches.
Hmm.
This is, I guess, not so much more to do with movies and TV shows, but in real life, it's like when you're talking to a Christian, and it's like, oh, atheists hate God, and I just watched a review for the first God's Not Dead, and yes, there was a sequel that came out yesterday.
Oh God.
Exactly. And so, like in that movie, the professor couldn't just be an atheist that, didn't believe in God and was annoyed when people, did believe something that he considered stupid. He had to have some vendetta against God, and I just hate that. Not just in fiction, but in real life, it's like, can't I just not believe in something? Why? It's like me hating Santa Claus. Santa Claus isn't real.
I want to point out, here's the thing.
Wait. Santa Claus is not real?
Yeah, neither is the Easter Bunny or Tooth Fairy.
What?
Fuck your
Right.
dreams!
Bastards.
Jash talks, where dreams go to die. Continue, Omar.
The thing is with the atheist issue is, I agree, you can be an atheist without hating God or anything. I think the majority of atheists are like that. But the issue is, in my
Sure, I
opinion,
don't hate God.
I think
You're an atheist?
much like
Well,
pardon me. Much like the whole, vocal minority type thing is, vocal atheists are just some real annoying douchebags. Richard
ouch.
Dawkins is, for example, my main example. There's a man who's an atheist and a scientist. I think he's a decent scientist. I'm sure he's a good person to his friends. But that man has a hate boner for religion, the size of which causes gravitational fluctuations in the moon. Like, he fucking hates it. This is you will go to. I won't be surprised if his last one is him growing up in a church. You know what I mean? He's the opposite of an extremist. Well, he's still an extremist, but he's an extremist for the atheists. And I think the issue is when a religious person gets really extreme, they tend to be very loud, but they don't go to extreme lengths most of the time. They're mostly stuck in their hobbit holes, around their local areas. And there's like the local church-going lady who's like really annoying or whatever. Sometimes you get the politicians who are really a lot like that, but most of the time people just drown them out, right? But because of the way these vocal few atheists are, they're not so hard to miss. Richard Dawkins is like, he's been on fucking South Park, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
As a result, that stereotype's kind of built up, and they're nurturing it almost. They're making it worse. And
Yeah,
I
but
think, frankly, I'm not
my
sure if you guys
thing
have
is
been on
that
Reddit atheist area, but they're just as bad.
yeah,
It's
my thing with differentiating that is the difference between hating religion and hating something you don't believe exists.
Well, see, I'm not. I don't like to call myself an atheist, but I don't believe in God. Right? I'm more of the scientist person. However, you won't see me out there saying fuck God, hate God, all that other crap, because I don't care either way. And that's what most of the people who are like me I've come to in contact with who will call themselves atheists or whatever. That's usually how they feel. But it's other people like the people you mentioned prior that
yeah,
blow those things out of proportion.
yeah. The issue is the good atheists, like you, etc. They don't make a big deal of it. Most of the time, you won't even know. You know what I mean? Um, and as a result, the ones you do hear about are dicks. So it's kind of like
This,
a little bit of a problem.
Yeah,
it's mostly because I pride myself in avoiding
Yeah.
religious conversations because when it do come around and people try to most of the time I've talked to people about religion, they try to push their ideas on me and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
yeah,
And I walk away from
yeah.
You've
My
been attempted to
dad,
convert me at least 3 times to Christianity.
yeah, my dad doesn't believe that I'm not going to become a Christian again. Like when I told him that I'm not an atheist, I do believe in spirituality. But anyways, when I first told him that I'm not a Catholic anymore, not a Christian, he's like, oh, I had to really hammer into the point. I don't believe in God because he's just like, oh, but you
My
know,
mom was the same way.
it's just, and I left the room crying. It's just like, well, there goes all my trust. And now he told me recently that, oh, you're going to so turn into a Catholic again.
I
Oh,
guess it's just the mindset of parents where they think because they were brought up a certain way that it's they've come to that belief, so then it's their job to pass on the same belief to their children. And that's what gives you that tension when you tell your parents, no, I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Catholic, I'm not Muslim, whatever religion they may be. And they try to drill that idea back into your head that that's what you need to believe, that's what you are, because they think it's their duty, their job to
yeah. Like, I
get you
put
for
out, I
that.
think the issue is one of the things is that like most of the time, I'm not saying there aren't bad versions of this, like people who are really horrible about it. You've seen like examples of like someone comes out as gay and because they're religious they kick them out. That's horrible. But I think most of the time, I personally write that off. Well, not don't write off. I tend to like try and make it not as bad, but just like thinking like these people they believe that going to heaven requires this thing. You know what I mean? And they
Yeah,
believe in heaven to the point where that they just know it. You know what I mean? Then their child comes and says that to them. You can see from their perspective, it's like, oh crap, I got to save them somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
Whether
but
they're right or wrong, I personally think they're wrong. By the way, I'm of the opinion that your religious beliefs or not, keep them to yourself most of the time. It doesn't really matter. And though I do believe in heaven, I feel like you get there by being a good person, not a religious person. So if you're good, you go there. You don't
yeah,
need to believe anything.
It would make more sense,
yeah,
but I'm not gonna get into that either.
I feel it's a much. I remember I was like 12 when my dad was telling me about like various aspects of religion, how some people go to hell and stuff. I was like, wait, so the Christians will all go to hell?
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, wait, that's not fair. It's not his.
if
It's not John down the street's fault that he grew up Christian. We didn't freaking Jews. It
if
seems like
you're
a
the
harsh
religious,
comment.
it's like they made it out to sound like if you're not a dedicated, go to church every day, freaking bow down to Christ every second, you know.
I don't like the mouth thing, Rose. I don't like chewing. It fucking pisses me. Be gone,
It's like
Nathan!
it's
He had a big chunk of Cadbury egg in one of his cheeks, like a hamster. I don't know, but
well, yeah, it
let's
makes it it makes it sound like that if you don't do all these things and you don't give tithes and all that, it makes it sound like you're not going to get in heaven, even if you consider yourself a Christian. If you do follow in the path of God, I mean, it, I think it'd make more sense that if you just do good things every day, or if you do bad things every day of your
I
life,
don't even think it's the
then
good thing. I think it's just as long as you're not
I
an
mean,
asshole.
just yeah, pretty much just don't be an asshole. That should be enough for you to get into, if there is a heaven, into something like heaven. Or if you do asshole things, you should probably go to hell. I mean, it makes sense. But the religion side is that people were taught from the beginning on these religions of they had to do these certain things, and that's what keeps passing down generation to generation, is that you have to donate to the church and you have to go to church on Sundays, and
See, I
if
want to
and
point out,
all these other
I
things.
agree with you and stuff, but I'm like, it's weird. Even though I am somewhat religious, not massive religious, I'm just, to a point. I've never dealt with any of these aspects you're talking about because I always stand from the UK, and even if I'm Muslim and it's not the national religion at all, as a culture, the UK is very far from religious. We are essentially an atheist country. Like, there's no.
We we have a much larger problem in the United States because of
We're
this,
idiots.
because people are so diverse and so hard-headed in the U.S. that they want while they want other people to have these rights like freedom of religion
God.
and all that stuff, they still want them to be right,
Yeah,
and that's the problem you run into here rather than the UK.
when someone tries to enact a law about religious freedom, you can fucking bet it's only for the Christian religion, because something came up, I think, in Mississippi or North Carolina, one or fuck maybe both, of you can deny services for religious reasons, aka I doubt if a Christian came into a Muslim place and the Muslim denied because of religious, convictions, that the Christian would go, oh, okay, this is what this law was made about.
Well, I mean, there are certain things that people are obviously all. If you look at all of those laws, they're so vague on what they mean, like freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom, whatever.
Freedom
It's
of
just
religion
so
means the
they
freedom
just use
to
that word,
practice.
nothing else.
It's like
Yeah.
freedom of religion is to practice. It's not to, become a theocracy. And that's okay. Let's go on to the next topic because I could rant about this. It's my trigger topic. How dare you? I'm so sorry. Okay. In shows now and movies and such nowadays, a good thing is that they're trying to diversify cast cast of their characters.
Oh
But
God.
then every time we're at this odd moment where we're trying to diversify, and yet people will complain about stupid shit, like something that makes all the sense in the world in like a movie or TV show, and it's not offensive at all. People will jump on uh, the
Josh,
train and just complain
can I
about nothing.
can I just say that if I had to pick an example of this,
I
Yes,
I
got two.
have
you have to.
thousands of files.
I
It
got
is
two.
beyond ridiculous.
Or one.
I'm gonna let Martin go first because I just need time. So many fucking idiots in the world that I need to just point out, and I need some time. Okay, so
Okay.
you go do this.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
Marty, you do it.
So I'm gonna start with the one I recently read, and then I'm gonna go back to one that we kind of glossed over previously. So the biggest one I found so far is the fact that Iron Man is possibly changing to a female.
Fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, they currently they have a new role cast, which it was just released today. Actually, I read the news article, so it wasn't yesterday, so I can't blame it on April Fool's possibility. It has been verified that there is a new cast for Iron Man, and I can't remember her name. I'll have to pull up the file and send it to you guys. But they're recasting the role for a female role now instead of Robert Downey Jr.
Actually, wait, quick question. Martin, when did you read this?
Today.
Oh, my friend. You do realize that most information in the last day or two is probably false, right?
No, I verified this when I read it.
You sure?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
That seems.
they
I
had one.
understand. It's horrible. It seems so
There's
unbelievably.
going to be a female Iron Man in.
They had one come out.
Oh,
What's his
fuck
name?
everything.
There was a version of Doctor Who that released a photo recently where it
Oh
was an
god, that
American
was
Doctor
fucking
Who.
awesome.
Yeah,
Pardon?
and I still haven't been able to find out because BBC hasn't said anything about the role cast yet. So I don't know if it's real or not, but there was a role cast for what's his name? I can't remember his name.
I'm just calling him
Campbell.
Ash.
Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, there we go. He released an image of him as the Doctor on his Twitter account on April 1st. Obviously, me being smart thought, well, could be a hoax. So I haven't been able to find anything out about
That's
that
a
yet. But yeah.
fucking hoax. What?
Okay,
But
guys,
yeah, anyways.
wait, real quick. How beautiful would the show be where the Doctor's companion is another Gallifreyan played by Bruce Campbell? I'm just saying. Consider that for a little bit. Just consider that. Consider the dry, sarcastic wit of the Doctor alongside Bruce fucking Campbell.
That would be awesome.
Okay,
That would be awesome.
Mic drop.
Revs, what would you think about Bruce Campbell being in Doctor Who?
You're talking about Doctor Who?
Bruce Campbell, you know, who plays
Yeah.
Ash Bean in Doctor Who.
I still wouldn't watch Doctor Who.
Fuck you and everything you stand for.
Well, you just lost your biggest fan.
I will fight you in the dirt.
This I haven't told you about him being anti-Doctor Who before, but now the asshole's out of the bag.
I will use my teeth to rip myself along the ground towards you, swim using only my tongue, and arrive at your door with only my pinky finger remaining of my entire body and strangle you with it.
Oh, good.
But the other thing I wanted to mention was the rumor that's still going around of the recast of 007. And also the Dark Towers one that we did.
Oh, fuck shit.
The black
For
African
people who keep
guy.
up with my channel, me and Marty did discuss this in the first ever Jash Talks Quickie.
An black playing Roland and a white playing the Suzanne.
Well, I don't know if a white is playing Suzanne.
It hasn't been decided, but that would be the only viable option they have in order to possibly keep any of the story, but just that choice. Like, you had hundreds of other people that would have been great for the role to stick to the storyline. And that's probably the biggest thing that pisses me off most about movies and TV shows, is I usually read the books before I go watch the movies. Like, I read all the Hunger Games before I watched any of the Hunger Games. Same thing with Harry Potter's. But when I read them and then see something like that, and it's such a drastic change that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to do something like that rather than sticking to what was originally written, it's just angering to me. And it's not because he's black or because, they decided to make that change. I don't care what race he is. I care about the story itself. If you're going to make a movie about a story that's already been written, why would you change it? And even though that's such a minute change, it's going to change a lot of it. Because there is so much tension that happened throughout that book. And all of that's just been whitewashed.
Blackwashed.
Blackwashed, whitewashed, whatever the frick it is.
I'm so sorry. We're probably going to get pitchforked and knifed or
Through your English. But yeah, it's something like that just annoys the heck out of me. Now, if it had been something brand new that they had made, like the Dark Tower series didn't even exist, and they were just coming up with it, then I'd be like, cool. I like the actor. I think he's great.
Idris Elba is a good, does well.
That's not the case. They basically, and again, it's just gonna ruin a lot of the story that I enjoyed so much. It's like watching my childhood be crippled and destroyed before my very eyes.
Well, I got to see my childhood crippled and destroyed when Nickelodeon decided on the Animorphs TV show.
I thought it was when they came out with another Pokemon series. That's when it. That's when it comes. And again, another 763 Pokemon now exist. Like I don't have time to deal with that. I grew up playing the video games, so I mean, I fucking love them. We played them during high school all the time because we were supposed to be doing work on computer, but nobody wants to do work on computer, especially typing up papers. That's boring as heck. No, we're gonna play a broken version of Blue or Yellow. That's been, you know.
Okay, I need to continue playing my Pokemon game. God damn it. I'll spend like a week, really playing it, then a week or two forgetting about it. And I really grind, so that's what I do the majority of the time. So then I move on to different areas when I get bored, and I like to level up to a certain level before doing the gems. So that's what takes up the good majority of the time. Like I'm now just leveling 2 up, and 1 I finally managed to not suck anymore.
I'll spend hours doing stuff like that on any video game. I still haven't beaten Fallout because of that, because I've just spent hours walking around.
I can't really help it. I just need to do this certain thing to make sure I will definitely kick whoever asses comes next.
It's like that image that they had of the little girls that threw out like their Pikachus, the negative and positive Pikachus, and they're facing like Groudon and freaking what's the other one's name? I don't remember. But they were like level 99 and level 65 against level 5s and 4s. It's like, well,
I just love taking down the gems with higher Pokemon because then it becomes easier to never lose a gym battle.
but yeah. Anyways, that's just one of the things that annoys the hell out of me. Was that change, and there are other ones like that. Like again, the 007 one. It's just like I understand you want to be more diverse, but if you can't just change an iconic figure like that, it just doesn't. And then I guess the argument would have been, well, 007 is just a title, not a name itself. That's fair enough. But they want to call him James Bond. So, yeah. I mean, that's where...
My thing is when they... Hello, Brian... Revs? Okay. This is...
For the record, I just Mickey Mouse-eared her, and if you don't know what that means, I took my 2 fat tits and put them on top of her head that makes a Mickey Mouse symbol.
All right.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll learn something new that's useless every day on the internet.
Damn right.
Yeah, so my whole thing when the author of the James Bond's books announced why he wouldn't like Idris Elba, the quote was taken out of context. The thing was he didn't like him not because, of his ethnicity. It was just he doesn't have the James Bond feel to him. And people are like, racism, and it's like, just look at the rest of the quote!
Can I point out that with the James Bond thing, I don't mind for him to be played by the Luther guy at all. But the problem is, James Bond is a guy. He's not a character, he's not a mantle, he's not a costume. He's a person with a history, and all the movies, though they fuck with the general line of it a bit, all have it being a connected world. So if he suddenly became Luther the black guy, I feel like it would be too jarring. Like he'd be like, okay, I get this continuation. Actor has to change, getting to all. Okay, generally the same guy, looks similar but different. It's fine.
Too big of a change.
And suddenly he's a black guy. So what? Wait, what?
It's too big of a change. It's way too big.
I feel like the only way that could work is if at the end of the movie, like what's his name, Agent A or whatever that chick, she like would be sitting there and like Bond will leave the room. and there'll be like another agent in there. She looks to him and says, "Is he looking a bit darker than usual?" It's like they know something's up, but they can't quite pinpoint it.
You're sort of short for a stormtrooper.
Who's that? Who's that actor's name? Uh,
Which James Bond actor?
No, different actor. What's that movie called? Now I can't even remember the name of the
Okay,
movie.
describe the movie.
Dreaming. They go into a dream state. Go further
Inception?
into Inception. Who's the main actor?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. How did I forget that? Okay, it'd be like having Leonardo DiCaprio play Django. That's what I feel like it'd be. It'd be like them coming out with a Django Unchained 2, and then playing Leonardo DiCaprio as the lead role.
Oh, okay, that would not make sense for one big main reason. He was the villain in the first one.
Well, let's ignore that fact. I know he was, but let's ignore that fact. Okay, let's say Robert Downey Jr. then.
Okay.
You like having them play it. The fact remains is that it's jumping.
Well, he has played blackface before in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, but that was different.
No, that was Robert Downey, wasn't it? Oh yeah, Robert Downey. I didn't know he was Robert Downey Jr. until the end.
Really?
I thought he was actually black.
I'm a dude playing a dude dressed as another dude.
It was actually Pat.
Yes.
I want to point out real quick. I feel like with the whole character changing and stuff, in the end, I don't mind if a character changes or they change him a bit over time. But
Oh no, not at all.
him in a way that it's clearly not the same person anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it applies. Like, they do so in comics. Like it's bullshit that pisses me off so much. It's like, hey, we need an African American character and a girl character because they're not getting enough representation. And someone's like, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we make some new, interesting characters for them? You know, let's make some new people. Fuck you, bitch. We're just gonna replace some of the old ones. It's like Spider-Man Black now. Let's make Thor a woman, even though Thor's his fucking name.
Okay, I don't keep up with the comics, but how they did Thor is not a fucking title.
It's a name. It's a fucking name.
Thor, Odin's like, I don't care if that Thor's female, but just don't fucking claim that Thor is a fucking title.
Oh my God! Don't even get me. That's
the tall
that's
thing.
my heritage. So don't even get me started on that. All right? Don't even get me
Marty's
started.
Icelandic.
Happy whale eating? I don't know.
Whale eating.
Right.
I
Consider
only
this,
do
guys.
that on Thursdays.
Consider this, right? The Thor thing. This is how bad it is. Okay. Not only is Thor actually just his fucking name. Okay. Let's imagine that we're gonna replace Omar. Who wait? Omar, but this time he has boobs. It doesn't make fucking sense. Just keep on. Not only did they replace him with a girl, they replaced him with a girl who, first of all, wasn't actually an Asgardian, and two, I'm telling you, consider this as well. Thor's a god. He's an ancient god. He's been around for millennia. You know what I mean? It's not just you're not just changing a comic book character. You're changing a religious figure.
You destroyed my religion. You destroyed my entire everything that my race stands for. You have taken and crushed with the simple act. Nah, I can't do it.
Guys, imagine this, right? Listen, isn't this right? Christianity's not doing so well in England, okay? So you know what they need to do? They need to change religion up. They need to change Christianity a little bit, okay? So that's the thing. New Jesus. Sir Jesus. He's an English Jesus. Wears a top hat. You know what I mean? He has like a little tweed jacket on all the time. You know what I mean? That's tweed. That's Sir Jesus now.
I was going to say make him female.
With your conversation and Rab's dancing, this is too much.
Just make him a female and dress him in some, skimpy clothing. It'll be alright. Hey, put him on every billboard.
You can change your character's personalities, but not completely. You have to do it slowly over time.
And you cannot change genders like that. It just doesn't work.
If a person, physically couldn't change that way. If a person could physically change that way.
Revs, just start talking.
If you make 007 black, does that make him 00 Shaft? And if you make Django white, does that make it Honky Unchained?
I was wondering that, but I'm not actually sure.
You could
I
always
can understand the
cracker
Jash thing,
unchained.
but
Or
what would be the
white,
title for a white Django? And what would he? I feel like they'd have to base that during the revolution or like the Tea Party. That makes sense.
make him Donald Trump or something.
Just
They
make him
call him
Donald Trump.
Django. Why can't anyone tell I'm white?
Just call it Orange
I
Unchained.
was secretly white the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense.
Donald Trump, just call him Orange Unchained. Or hair.
Orange Unchained.
I mean, his hair could actually play.
Toupee.
His hair could play Christopher Walt's character, and he could play, Django. Now his small little cute hands could be the horses, and his tiny penis can be one of the penises that get blown off at random in the movie.
Yeah, there was some penis blow.
But I mean, it would have to be one of the sniper shots because it's obviously very tiny.
Go watch
I
The
mean, it would
Crossing.
make it a more accurate shot, so it could be a training one,
Go
But
watch The Crossing.
but I don't know if you could actually say it had a part in the movie since it's so small. It's more like a cameo.
Cameo makes sense. It works. 3 seconds screen time.
Uncredited cameo.
Because that's
Uncredited.
well.
Yes.
Speaking of religions,
Oh, is that Atlas? I hear. Is that dog?
That is a little bit.
What?
Might was my ass. I was talking some shit.
Holding up the mic. I got the mic on top of a box of sweets I have here that I haven't touched or anything, but I opened it once and the smell got out and now he wants it, so he's been pulling out the mic and the box.
Good. Okay. Have you finished speaking your piece, Sir Omar, that we will place randomly with a woman? I'm thinking Natalie Dormer.
Yeah, not bad.
Um,
Oh, I forgot what's in that. Oh yeah, that's it. Female tolls, but I want to point out another one of those shit that's happening that I think is stupid. I got two small examples. One, a while ago there was a game, I believe, what was it called? It was Age of something. It was like a classic RPG type game like Divinity. And in it there was a coffin, and the coffin had a joke about a knight. And the knight was like a rhyme, old-timey rhyme. This is like a really dark 1600s-esque world, right? So the point is, it was an old yieldy rhyme about this knight who found a woman and he fell in love with her and he slept with her. And when he slept with her, he found out she had a penis, and so he like jumped off a cliff and killed himself. And it was like a little rhyme, a joke kind of about that. And you know what? It makes sense within the world. The name is, this is like an old-timey world. They react like that, right? It's perfectly fine.
I feel like I've seen this game.
You probably have. Of course, here's the thing. Justice warriors and tumblerinas of the world are like, hell no, we can't have that. We're gonna fuck. This is unkind to transgenders. And I'm just there sitting thinking, wait a second. Why is it that they are going bullshit, mad bitch crazy over this funny rhyme in a game, and not pointing out the fact that this girl really kind of lied in a very horrible way to this person, if you think about it. I feel like this whole consent shit. I feel like telling someone your gender probably is real high up there. Like just maybe, hey, FYI, by the way, got a penis. You know what I mean? I feel like you should know that. Just it's important to the whole
when having sex with someone, make sure they know you have a cock.
Yeah, it's important.
So that's an important.
Just to complain about the joke.
That is something I would like to know before anything.
I mean, like it's annoying how some idiots online will be like, oh, you shouldn't ask someone their gender, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if you're fucking them, you have to make sure that you're A-okay with 100% of this fucking that's going on.
And on top of that, I want to point out something. If you hesitate, I consider this, it's mean, but if I have to ask you your gender, it's not my fault. And your fault. It's not like I decided you didn't look like the gender you are. I just can't tell. I'm not being mean.
I have ran into that problem quite a few times. I've never felt like a true asshole by asking because,
you never feel like a true asshole.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're a guy becoming a girl, like do something to point it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I'm not saying you have to fit the gender stereotypes, but maybe a bit more than like a normal girl would have to, just to point it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Until your transformation is complete, at least.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
you
really
also
tell.
have to remember that some transgender people don't transition. So
That
it,
I've
it,
I
it
always, I've always found that
the
questionable.
thing is that transgender people can, not dress like the gender they feel like. And so when someone messes up like that, it's not their fucking fault. It's like you'd look like a
Can I put something
stereotypical
out?
guy even if you identify as a woman. It's just a whole fucking can of worms.
You know, the point. This confuses me. I don't understand it at all. But being transgender is a big fucking deal if that's something you've realized about yourself, right? So what I don't understand is if you realize that you are transgender, what leads you to be like, okay, I'm transgender, but then do literally nothing to actually identify as it. You know what I mean? You don't
I don't know.
dress as a
It's
woman. You don't act like one. You don't shave even. You know what I mean? You
it's
don't
it's
go through any
basically
surgery to
an
become one. You just say you are one. That
it,
is always that for me is the line of like.
it's an individual's choice, and I'm not too big on the trans community, but I do know there's a lot of different ways, so I'm not going to strike them down.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know this girl guy, and she's I'm not saying she's a girl guy. I just can't. I don't know which one she's to refer to her by. Point is, she's like transgender, obviously, and she hasn't done any transition. She doesn't intend to. She's just a dude right now, basically, and she doesn't shave. She doesn't change her mannerisms at all. The only thing she's done is she wears a skirt and she's grown her hair out a little bit. By a little bit, I mean like lower ear. Um, Now here's the thing. I'm perfectly willing to call her transgender. Perfectly fine. That said, I got into an argument with her girlfriend, and she was like, she's a woman. I'm like, no. Until you have a vagina, you are a man. I think that's the best way for me. The best way of describing it is your genitals describe your gender. End of story. That's for me. In
There's
the end, if
for
you're not, if
there's
you're anything else, you are transgender, untransitioned to whatever you are, but you
Yeah,
are still the
the thing
original
is,
gender.
there's a difference between gender and sex. Sex is
But that's been mixed up. Is the problem. That's they don't. A lot of people I've argued with this kind of stuff about. They don't recognize it anymore. It's like
some people
what
will
I
be
identify with is my
offended
gender.
about
End of
if you
story.
bring up the difference between gender and sex.
No, this thing I actually brought that up. I doesn't matter. I still got shouted out, which I didn't really mind out because it was, you guys, you're quite intelligent. You know that feeling when a really dumb person argues with you and you just feel very superior. I love that feeling.
I just
My Englishness.
I just don't care.
I
I'm
do.
gonna be
I
honest.
care. I care. So I'm English. I care a lot. I like winning
I
all the
just
arguments.
don't-
I get into all of them. I win them all. I don't win them all.
It's
But I love
like
getting into them
any-
anyway.
It's like any of these other, sexual problems that they have, like, gays, homosexuals, whatever you want to call them, lesbians,
Gay makes
whatever.
sense. Being gay
That-
makes perfect sense. It's like I'm
If
attracted to men.
if you are that, great for you. I'm happy for you if that's what makes you happy. But I just don't care. It's not me. I know it may be you, but it's not me. So
It's fine, obviously.
I mean, yeah. And the other thing is when people go all this, like all these riots and stuff. Like I don't understand why people can't just be like, okay, fine, whatever. You can have that. You can be that. Whatever. Like, why do we have to go through the hoops and law providing shit
I
to?
have a little bit. I'll take the devil's advocate here, but basically, counter argument is this: is that I feel like for the human beings to be happy, we have to kind of have a good understanding of who we are. We have to be whole and stuff. And I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of the time, when these kind of questions pop up and they're not immediately answered in a forthright manner, there is incredible amounts of confusion. And people, not only people who are affected by this, but people around them will become unhappy. Not because it's a bad thing, but because of a lack of understanding. Back in the day, being gay, it wasn't necessarily that the people thought, oh, fucking a guy, that's horrible, that's this you. They just didn't understand it most of the time. I'm not saying they were good, I'm just saying they didn't understand it, and a lack of understanding leads to fear. And I feel like until you really kind of get these things to an understandable, factual level, it isn't understood. And as long as it isn't understood, it can't properly be fought for. Like, I don't think there is enough real like factual based. Like we don't know enough about being transgender right now to really find out what kind of rights they need or want. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a
Well,
I,
see,
don't, I, don't, I, don't, I personally don't know, for example, and like depending on who I talk to, there's entirely different answers to these questions.
yeah, like with what makes someone transgender. There's a whole argument over part of the trans community going, oh, you need
Yeah, like
by
some people say
morphia
you
to
wear
be
women's clothing, you're
transgender.
transgender.
Like,
Some people say you have
but
to.
like part of the trans community says you need body dysmorphia, basically feel your brain not sending the signals that you're in the wrong body.
I would agree with
And
that.
then,
If your brain is
then the other side of the trans community goes, oh, you don't need it. You're just being transphobic if you say that.
no, for me, it's like great. If you want to be transgender, fine, that's great. Just don't throw it in my face. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I
You
agree
can do
with
whatever.
that.
You
If
can do
if
whatever
you're
you
transgender,
want.
that's
It's
fine.
your
Just don't
life.
make a big deal about it.
Especially in the United States, based on our Constitution, you have the right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness. That's just two
Nah,
of
the
them.
right to not give a shit.
And if that makes you happy, great. But do not bring me into it because I don't care. Your life is your life. My life is my life.
Yeah,
And
I
if you want
agree.
rights to marry someone else as a gay or lesbian, great. I will give them to you. You can have them. Good for you. Go be happy, but do not throw shit like that in my face and demand me to
I agree
understand or
completely. But like I
respect you
said,
for it.
my issue obviously is that like, if that was the case, I'd be perfectly fine with it. The problem is that community is so vocal now that shit like what's happened with that game happens. You know what I mean? That was a piece of content that, while relevant to me in reality, you know, where does it stop? That could have been what next will offend someone that they want to get rid of that I would have liked. Like recently in Overwatch, there was a pose for all the characters. Like Tracer, one of the characters, has a pose where she turns around and looks over her shoulder. Now all the characters have this pose, but because she has a bum and you can see it, it was taken out because people complain. Well, not people, but you know, old ass women or some shit. Point is, it was bullshit, and I don't want stuff. I want to stop that shit from happening. And I feel like that's why some people have a duty to call out bullshit, basically. And I feel like that's
And
more.
the other thing is people who pretend to do it just to be on that bandwagon.
That happens.
That also,
you know, a person with the beard I told you about.
I'm not saying everyone's faking it, but there are a lot of people that just, it annoys the hell out of me that you want to go through all these lengths to say you are this or you are that, but you don't do anything to show for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like you need something. You know that person I told you about with the beard? I actually suspect they might be faking it, and I'll tell you for why. The girl she's dating is super, you know, like a massive social justice warrior and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give a shit about this guy up until it came out as trans. He like totally dug her beforehand. As soon as he did, she started getting super interested, and they started dating. Now, like, I'm not a detective, but considering that he's done next to nothing to identify with his new gender other than growing his hair out a little bit.
Jenner?
Pardon?
Are you talking about Caitlyn Jenner?
No. It's an actual person. I know. Basically, this guy essentially he's just said he's a female now, so that he can. What I suspect is getting a relationship with this person. And yeah, I might be wrong, but this is what I'm saying. You need to have a definable trait here. I feel like saying something and then doing nothing towards it does not make you that thing. That's what my line is. If you've done nothing, you are not a transgender. You know what I mean? You need to do something.
I got a perfect example of that as well. As this woman that I used to be with, she came out and said she was a lesbian, but she still slept with me, and she went on to date other guys. And it was like, if you're a lesbian, why aren't you going for women? Why are you still with men? Why are you still sleeping with men? Why are you still being with men if women make you happy? Like,
because I'm guessing lots of people patted her on the back like, oh, good for you for coming out. How strong you are.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself. No, you shouldn't. You like women. Who gives a shit?
That's the other thing that it just annoys the hell out of me. And it comes.
I want to point out, I'm on the bandwagon that my personality, your sexuality, don't tell anyone. I think you should tell someone only if you're intending to go after them with that. You know what I mean?
That too.
Like, hey, just FYI, Mr. Fellow I like, I'm gay. You want to bang?
Unless we're like best friends, then yeah, you can tell me.
I don't know. My personal feeling as far as the LGBTQ plus community, I don't, flaunt it around or tell a lot of people, partially because I need to be in the closet for safety reasons, but even if I was out, I'm not going to just walk up to someone and say, hey, I'm bisexual, hi.
Yeah, nobody does that. Nobody who is bisexual or any other sort of sexual comes out and says, hey, I'm this. You know, it's so when they do that, you're just like, no, you're not. You can tell right off the bat because most people, unless you were dating them or they're your best friend, like if my buddy here, Lugo, came out and said he's gay, right? I'd be like, cool, but we're best friends, and they'd be, no, shut up, and that'd be understandable. He's
Was
looking
he
at me
about
like
to
I'm
say
crazy.
that?
He was looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are, okay, like, can I continue? Because I'd have something that
Yeah, go
actually
ahead.
relates to the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I know Marty doesn't watch The Walking Dead. Omar, have you caught up with The Walking Dead?
No, I have not.
Okay, do you mind a spoiler? Because it's one of the pet peeves I wanted to talk about.
Okay, you can, but I'm just gonna mute it real quick because I'm literally gonna watch it today.
Okay, yeah. It
Probably
was
after this, actually. So I'm gonna quickly mute. I won't be able to hear you. Do me a favor, send a message in chat when I can.
okay. Marty, can you send the message in? Let me see if I can. Okay, I'll send the message in chat. Okay.
Okay, currently muted. I cannot hear anything you're saying. Good luck.
Okay. Good luck. Okay, so. Like let's talk shit about Omar.
What a shitty guy.
He's gonna watch. No, but seriously, and the Walking Dead episode. I can't remember the episode. It was I think 2 episodes ago, where Denise got
Mhm.
died in a manner that was normal for The Walking Dead. I made a little vlog about this recently, and it came out of the blue. But guess what? There's a lot of some deaths happen on The Walking Dead that just Dale back in season 2 was walking around at night checking out this mutilated cow, and he got bitten and had to be killed.
Yeah.
And then also, she's the medic for Alexandria,
Mhm.
and Maggie is pregnant, so having the doctor killed at such a critical moment, it's tension. And then in the comics, the character that was supposed to die, they switched it to Denise. Plus, in the comics, she was straight and was in a relationship with a guy. And,
Right.
The Walking Dead, for the TV show, they changed her into a lesbian to be with Tara, and they were adorable. And so the whole episode, she had gone on this run with Daryl and Rosita to basically try to become more make herself more courageous so she could tell Tara she loved her.
Mhm.
And so in the middle of this speech, she gets shot through the eye.
The
Like
fuck?
it comes out of nowhere. And then what makes it even fucking creepier? She continues to talk like a few seconds afterwards. And so people, of course, complained because guess the reason why they complained about Denise's death?
Because she was killed while she was coming out?
No, she was already an out lesbian in the TV show.
I mean, professing her love.
She was a lesbian. I mean, Tara and her were in a relationship, were living together in Alexandria.
Oh, then I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what was the reason.
Well, I guess, but she never, I guess, came out to say I love you just because, she was scared and nervous.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was the reason why they... That was why?
Yes! It's like we can't kill off, it was just like, it was in a manner similar to other straight people's deaths in the show. And what made this fucking even worse than complaining about, oh, there's a lesbian phobia or whatever the fuck, and bury your gays because, gays have to die, and, cause our whole identity isn't about death. Why aren't you watching The Walking Dead? sorry, but it's like you don't want your characters to die. You shouldn't watch this show. And then they don't remember that. I actually looked this up finally in the vlog. I didn't mention her name, but no one mentions in this whole fucking argument that Tara had a girlfriend before, Alicia, that was killed in I think probably season 4. Like they just leave Alicia fucking out of it. It's like, oh. No, Denise, stop, blah, blah, blah. What about the other lesbian that died? What about the fact that Tara is still alive for now? This is The Walking Dead, and the finale is tomorrow, so I don't know what the fuck. And anyone can die. And there's 2 gay guys still out, so it's...
Yeah, that's the problem with
we won't
TV shows.
The Walking Dead for Omar's sake, and I'm going to add him back in.
That's the problem with TV shows is they do these drastic things. Like there was a huge outrage with Family Guy during the Simpsons Family Guy crossover when Stewie made a rape joke, and people were outraged by it.
It's Seth MacFarlane.
And it wasn't that it was about. The joke wasn't even really about rape. It was just about the awkwardness of it. But people will take it and blow it out of proportion. And they do that with a lot of things in TV shows and movies. They're like, oh, this is outrageous because they did this or they did that. And it happens all the time in the show. Why are you flipping out about it?
Yeah, and it's like there's this now lesbians and gays are now supposed to be immortal. And it's like, if you don't like shows where people die, don't watch them. I mean, that's part of the...
Biggest answer, death doesn't discriminate. There you go.
Yeah, but it's gays, and that's being, anti-gay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Omar, are you back?
I am.
Okay.
Alright, I need to go for 5 minutes, and then I'll be right back myself.
Okay,
I apologize.
Yes, apologize, you bastard. So Omar?
Yes?
Yeah, it was, while Marty's gone, who do you... I'm worried about the fucking season finale, because I'm worried about who's going to die.
I don't even want to... This season has been simultaneously the best and most just brutal. Yeah, it's fucking me up, man. It's like, oh Jesus, Denise, I loved her. I thought she was having me and Abby were watching it, and like as soon as she started monologuing, we watched like.
That's
monologuing, and then
talked about. That's the characters that I talked about.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't want to bring up or even hint at the characters, so I just.
Oh, good.
Because you need to watch that shit on your own.
Let's put it on the damn roll.
Gotcha.
Guys.
So your girlfriend started growing nervous when Denise started monologuing?
You know what I want? I want Rick and everyone to just for once, stop pussyfooting around. Get their fucking guns.
That'll never happen.
And fucking vaporize the bastards.
That'll never happen.
Like they did with the rocket. Please, just once. Don't knife me in my head.
It'll never happen.
Just want
it. Pipe dream.
Oh, it was us. It was just us, and like you're like, oh my God, someone's going to. Well, good going, Daryl. And Daryl had the best reaction. Everyone's like, what?
What season are they on? Season 6? No, still too early in this series for me to start watching.
Okay.
Oh man. Alright, what's the next topic, guys?
Okay, next topic is how awesome the fucking Walking Dead and how Marty should be tarred and feathered for not watching it.
If you can get to me, I deserve to be tarred and feathered.
Yeah, true, because I'm asthmatic, so.
But you can't get to me, so.
Send a missive.
Okay, next one. I'm going to deleted one of the topics, so there's only one more. Just because it's running a little late and I need to feed the birdie. And so, favorite cliches. Some of these cliches that are amusing to you for whatever reason. You know they're cliches, you know they should stop, but you're just like, I love it when this comes on screen.
Take any of the scary movie, or any of them, and just watch them, and you'll find all of my favorite cliches.
I like Good Guy Turned Bad and Crowning Moment of Awesome. Crowning Moment of Awesome when like the good guy or whatever the main character does something that is just ridiculously cool. You know, like those moments where you just sit there and like you feel your balls drop. It's just
Well, I
amazing.
don't have balls, so
Yes.
I'll take
Exactly.
your
You
word.
gain them. You will grow them and they'll grow. That's how awesome. Um, and good guy turned bad, or like the so-called, like for example in Superman versus the Elite, or the comic book, what's so wrong about the American way, whatever, when Superman
hmm
pretends to be bad and just fucks shit up.
Oh,
Oh
they
my
did a
god.
thing on that in Arkham City, Batman Arkham City, where he gets taken over by the Mad Hatter. Basically
Oh,
uses
good.
some chemicals to do that.
Rex has played all the games.
It's fucking awesome. I love that.
You know what I mean? I love those things. It's a stereotype, but it's so cool when it happens, right? Because it's like all those rules that have been holding this guy back are gone, and now the bad guys need to be scared.
He just goes ham on everything.
I love it. It's why it's one of like some of my favorite shows or characters are where the main character is overpowered or not morally bound, like Code Geass, Death Note, Overlord, and Gate. I'm not sure if you guys seen those, but last year, like Overlord, the main character is like basically a video game character in a normal
hmm
fantasy world, and as a result, he's like level 100 all super gear and shit, and he is beyond more powerful than everything in existence. And he's a giant skeleton, and so like when he takes his mask off, people see him, they just shit themselves. Um, and in Gate, do you guys know much about Gate?
What?
Not really, no.
Alright, Gate's an anime. It's
Ah,
basically the idea that a portal opens up in Midtown Akihabara, and there's this guy, and he's a soldier, it turns out, and fantasy soldiers and dragons and orcs start fleeing, like basically Lord of the Rings starts coming out the gate, kidnapping people, raping, killing, etc. And he just like steals his cop's gun, who's too much of a coward, and he starts taking names and numbers. Long story short, it takes them like a week to get rid of every single orc in the area with ease, and then they invade the fantasy land. The Japanese army with like JSDF helicopters, Harriers, jets, fucking tanks and shit, versus like dragons and shit. And it's sexy. It's amazing. You haven't lived until you've seen just like these cocky ass noble aristocrats sitting there thinking, "What are you gonna do?" And then look out the window as they see half their city crumble in a fucking airstrike. Beautiful, fucking amazing.
Yeah,
There's a scene. Okay, to give you an idea how cause the show knows what makes it fun, so it overly does it. There's a scene where they call in some backup just to make a point to some soldiers who are like basically are being dicks to them, and basically they call in some helicopter gunships to start taking out an entire enemy army, and they're inside of the city, kind of blocking it off, trying to help, right? And all these soldiers are like piled up on the gates with some citizens and stuff, very certain they're about to die, okay? And all of a sudden the helicopters come, and it is just the scene from Apocalypse Now. Literally, Ride of the Valkyries is on. Literally, guns flying away. The exact scene with the sun in the corner and everything. It's the exact scene. Beautiful. It's amazing.
kind of like the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, where he's walking down the stairs and all the rounds are flying behind him, the cannonballs. It's like everything blowing up behind him. He's just
Oh yeah.
casually walking down the stairs.
Oh, it's beautiful. So good. You need to watch it. You guys know. You know what it is? It's like you know how there are shows that like make a certain nation look really cool, or a certain kind of like humans versus aliens, humans are better.
Uh
This is a show that makes it so that like our version of Earth is the best. It's like, oh, you think you're good humans? Nah, you bitch humans. We the good humans.
huh.
Amazing. I just can't wait for the day.
I
Like
know
it's
that
every
if there
time.
was an alternate universe, I'd be the asshole me. I'd meet the good version of me.
Oh, probably. But it's beautiful. You need to watch it. The two things I want. Several things I want to see. One, I want to see the inevitable moment where they find out that humans are in space. So I want to see the king just sit there as he sees like a fucking rocket launch into space, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Um, there are gods in this other world, and I can't wait till like one god pops up and everyone's like, oh no, it's the apocalypse, we're all doomed. Then some guy in a tweed jacket's like, oh, don't worry, we'll deal with this. And he takes a big red button and he just starts to fucking nuke on it. And everyone's like, oh fuck, what the fuck is that? How can you? Oh, can't wait till they do the nuke. Can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Because there's this priestess who's like this cocky immortal like apprentice to a god or some shit. I just can't wait till she sees that and is just like, I thought I was the most deadly thing around. I am not. I am definitely not. Oh, it would be amazing. It would be amazing.
Yeah, so, uh, Marty, did you already give your answer?
What was the question?
Your favorite cliche.
Oh yeah, mine
Yeah, the
was
scary movies.
the scary movies. Any of those have a bunch of hilarious cliches in them. Like the first one, the very first scene where the ditzy blonde is running away from the killer and she slips on a banana, or she takes the banana from the weapons. They have like two weapons, choose a gun or a banana, and she takes the banana, and then she runs outside, and she falls, and then she's like crawling away, and he's just like casually walking up like, oh, God.
It's falling down or running upstairs.
Or going to another one, the haunted house. Not the haunted. I think it is. It's the comedy where he's like.
Eddie Murphy?
No, the other one. That's Haunted Mansion.
I don't fucking know shit.
The one where it's I can't remember the actor's name. He's black, and it's basically a parody of the what's it called? What are those filmed movies? Paranormal Activity. It's basically a parody of that. And he's like, they hear a noise in the closet, and he's walking up, and his girlfriend's telling him to go check it out, and he's like, that's what white people do. White people go into the closet. We run.
We're black people. We need to save our skin.
Those type of cliches, they're just hilarious.
Yeah, do you like the cliches themselves or when they're parodied?
Just parodied. Just a parody of the cliche. When the actual cliches come on, like if I'm actually watching a horror movie and they obviously are doing something really stupid that should not even be in a script, then I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's annoying. That's more genre, but that is good because I'm going to choose another genre for my favorite cliches. It's mockbusters. If I know something's a rip-off of a movie I like, I'll be like, I have to watch this. It's like the Terminator series. The Asylum did the Terminators, and it was great. They had the one guy playing the one-man machine. He was at being threatening. I don't know why. I just like seeing mockbusters. I know they're a ripoff and they're only there to make money because some people are too fucking stupid to double check. Like my mom got me the Terminators thinking that, oh, this might be a part of the Terminator series.
No.
And it was just like, I still like watching it. I know what their intended audiences are, but I don't care.
They had one come out for the Hunger Games called the Starving Games, and it had like a lot of people in it, and it was pretty funny to watch. It was just a huge mock of the Hunger Games. Stuff like that are pretty good.
It's awesome. I don't know why I like watching them. As I said, I know they're not good, but god damn, I'll watch them again. The only reason why I don't watch the Terminators again is because the disc. Shut up, phone. The disc had a few problems with it, and I'm afraid that another viewing will destroy it.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome. So, that's it for this episode and stretching. So now it's time for Omar's entertainment section.
I have many things to say. That said, I'm gonna leave it for the next episode because I have one very, very, very long thing to say.
Yeah, I know Batman versus Superman. If you don't like spoilers, folks, you should go.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for the next episode though because it's too long. It's almost an episode. It's own to start talking about that. It's a big deal.
Oh my
I'm
God!
surprised to say
Don't.
they fucked it up.
Oh,
Okay,
big
good.
time.
You can go on for maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
You'll
the things I
probably
don't have
go
the time either.
wild.
I have back when we did a recording, Jash. You remember that one?
I can't remember what happened 5 seconds ago.
It was one of the test recordings. But anyways,
That was for Minecraft. Yeah.
yeah.
Go on, Omar.
Yeah, like I said, I'm only gonna do a bit of it here, but basically they fucked up the movie, but they did it in the worst way possible for me anyway. See, Wonder Woman was pretty cool. Batman was amazing, but they ruined Superman. And I love Superman. They ruined him. They didn't do it in just a small way. They didn't say, oh, they didn't get wrong characterization. They ruined one of his best stories. They ruined everything about his character, the way he looks, who he is. They made him into a fool. And in doing so,
Fool, they made him into a bitch.
yeah, they not only destroyed him, they've destroyed every possibility he has in the future. You know what I mean? They've destroyed the very concept of a good Superman movie now.
I
But the
can't
worst
say it.
part
The
is
worst
because
part
they
was
did a
the
good
ending.
Batman and a good Wonder Woman, with a different director and a different writer, those two will live on. But they fucking ruined Superman. There's no coming back from this now. They fucking ruined him forever.
Without
I hate
giving
this.
it away, how pissed off were you at the ending?
Well,
My hands fell, my face fell into my hand. I had a Superman wrist kind of thing on, and I was just looking at it, and it was just like, I was hoping, I believed in Zack Snyder, I believed in Henry Cavill, and they have failed me.
Exactly.
Good. Yeah, Marty's told me about the ending. I'm like,
Like I fully as a thing. As a matter of fact, I do not intend to go to any more DC movies. They hurt too badly. If the Wonder Woman or Batman movies get like 90s or incredibly good ratings, I may pirate them, but I will not go to another because of how badly they hurt. I refuse.
I'll probably pirate them just because.
Yeah, they've lost my. But now movie wise, I'm a Marvel guy. Although for those who know, in actuality, in the actual comics, they've kind of like done it. Like, okay, we fucked up Superman in the movies, let's fix him in the comics. They've gotten rid of the New 52 Superman somehow. I don't know how they're gonna do it, and they've brought the pre-Flashpoint Superman back, who's the brighter one with the old style suit, who's all happy and saves everyone. You know, the traditional Superman. They brought him back somehow. So it's a big. I don't know how they're doing it. They're probably gonna fuck it up somehow, but at least he's back.
They'll probably give him an emotional twist.
They bet.
what's a
He's
twist?
a kid now, though. He's actually a dog. He has a kid called John Kent, who's like this big smiley like douchebag with like not even got a black ass. He's got a normal. He's got blue t-shirt, but red ass and all that kind of stuff. He's got a cape. He looks like how a kid who's like has had a good upbringing would actually behave if he turned out to be a superhero. Just
That's
constantly
awesome.
excited. Which I'm happy about. It might the first time ever we'll have a happy Superboy.
I love Smallville because of that. Anyways,
Do you have any more to say?
No, I'm gonna leave it to another episode to do it. This is too much. I gotta go somewhere now.
You can still go on for like 5 more minutes. You're still on timing, you.
No, like I said, I gotta go soon as well.
Okay, fine. Okay.
We were meant to start an hour earlier, remember?
Yeah, we were going to start earlier. The thing was because someone overslept and someone me.
Don't worry about it.
I did it. I was just at a mall.
Okay, words, stuff, things. Omar, do you have any announcements to make?
Not currently now.
I was really hoping that your Batman versus Superman be long and ranty, and I was just like,
Because the difference is, here's the thing. I have got a rant for it, but it didn't make me mad like Pushing Daisies. It didn't make me
Oh, it
mad
made
like
me mad.
it made me sad.
you know
You know
what
what I
we
mean?
should
It
do?
made me mad.
How about sometime later, not of course this weekend because Rev's going to be here, but like I'll have a Jash Talks quickie about it, where you can go on for however.
Yeah, that
I'll
works.
chime in.
But like I said, the main issue is here that it didn't make me mad. It made me sad. I'm viscerally depressed about it. This is a movie I've been waiting for since I was a child, and they ruined it. And they ruined it in a way that hurts me most. Like my brother didn't mind because it made Batman look awesome. It was bat propaganda as well. That was.
Prop to Batman for pulling it off.
Oh yeah. You know the thing is, Batman was amazing in that movie. In every scene that didn't involve him interacting with Superman in any way. If he interacted with Superman, it was like he was made dumb or something. Like, oh, he's a danger because he's got powers, so we have to kill him because he's super powered. But he's been saving everyone for like 2 years. We're just gonna ignore that. Just ignore that. He was saving people. It wasn't his fault by the end. We're gonna ignore that too. I'm Batman and the greatest detective in the world, and I was tricked by a stupid Facebook person. I'm Batman. It was stupid. Everything else was amazing though.
Oh, good.
I will say this. Batman has like a death count in this movie that makes the Heath Ledger Joker look like a bitch.
Yeah, I
That's
heard
true.
that being one of the complaints about the movie of how
I
really.
didn't mind it. It made sense within the concept of who he was.
Oh my
But yeah.
god, it was
No,
just
but
annoying.
I imagine that they're gonna do a whole movie where it's like this is how he was before he was killed, and the end have it be this is why he starts killing. You know what I mean? Just FYI, if I was in charge of this entire thing, I would have done this. I would have had the next movie be a Batman. Probably Man of Steel 2, and then not long afterwards, I'd release Batman, and the Batman movie would be a big long story, probably about the whole Robin dying and stuff, and how Batman goes all dark.
Yeah, I do. I thought that.
That'd be nice.
Batman
You know what I do for the final scene? I have like a cut to like 5 years later, and have Batman like sitting in his chair, something like drinking. Maybe he looks pretty fucked up, or something, I don't know. But then on the TV, static, and then the "You are not alone" from Man of Steel. That would be the perfect tie-in there. That's how you tie it in. Then obviously you'd have the Batman Superman movie, and you can have it mostly like this, except cut Wonder Woman out, have just Batman versus Superman, no Doomsday shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, the thing that annoyed me when Batman versus Superman was first released was that they seemed to be shoving too much into it, and as time went on, it seemed like they were trying to race up to the MCU. And the thing why the Avengers works are because you learn about these characters in their own individual films, and so you don't need to, in the crossover movie, you don't need to get to know them at all. You already know who they are. You don't have to spend time.
Yeah, the thing about DC or Warner Brothers that's pissed me off a lot is that, if we're being honest here, they have better characters. It's just a fact. DC's characters are more deep, they have more possibilities, they're more interesting to most people, you know what I mean? At the very least, they have Batman and Superman, who are by far more better than almost all Marvel characters, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But they ruined them. They had so much, they had all the handicaps they could possibly have, and they ruined them. I said to my brother, the problem is, Batman, they got almost perfect. But Superman, he should have basically been how Captain America was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's basically how he should have been, but he was nothing like that.
There were a lot of things they should have done, but they.
My example for how they fucked up Superman is this: Superman is meant to be that bright, inspirational, idealistic hero. You know what I mean? The one hero that all of the heroes should really emulate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if you put that Superman in the Marvel Universe, he'd be like the Batman. He'd be dark as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, all the other heroes would be like, shit, dude, brighten up. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine fucking Tony Stark telling Superman to brighten up? Wolverine would tell him to brighten up. Fucking Wolverine! Jesus, man.
There were a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Frankly, I blame Zack Snyder for it. He doesn't understand Superman. He claims he does, he doesn't. He's an idiot. He's a terrible, terrible man for the job. Wrong guy behind. Wrong fucking guy. You have him for the fight scenes and nothing else. That's what he should have done.
Okay, we'll save the rest for the Jash Talks that might be
Is this my
appearing
account?
a week. The mic is on.
Is this yours?
Okay, so Omar, no announcements?
No.
Okay, Marty, announcement.
Yeah. Announcements. Let's see here. Not much has changed. I finally got the server up and running, and Jash and I started playing on it. I started building things. I built a giant wall. That was fun. Um,
I built something underground that drives his OCD crazy.
and she built a giant OCD cave. Like there were. I was walking down a set of stairs, and they turned in such a strange way. Like it was. You went up one stairs, and you immediately ran into a wall. So you had to turn and go up another stair. And it wasn't like a normal staircase. It just went. It was like just a block there, and the stair was higher up, so you couldn't get onto it. That was just one of the things. But anyways, oh, and a tree off-centered, like a single tree, and a 4x4 grid. Whatever. Anyways, so I started working on that, and we did a little recording for a modded version, but we didn't really have anything record properly.
Yeah, the thing is, I found out that I just can't take the recording and upload to YouTube. I have to first export and then upload, but I could have done that last week, but then I needed a day to recover from spending like 10 hours, unsuccessfully doing it. And so then I had the dramatic reading, and I didn't want to interfere with that. So yeah, it's going to be up.
So yeah, we're pretty much waiting on that, but we should have the first episode out here sometime this month. Um, for the adventures of Marty and Jash on Minecraft. I got a story planned out for us. I'll probably post something on Facebook at some point. I know I said I'd do it last time, I just never got around to it, but I'll probably post something of the story that's going to be going on. And yeah, that'll be coming out soon, finally, after I don't know how long it's been.
A year?
A year-ish. So yeah, story's been pushed back. Can't. There's a lot of problems with that. I'm just not gonna get into it. Nothing really else. That's pretty much it.
And so my announcement.
Press A to take cover.
My announcements, I have reviews of 10 Cloverfield Lane, Agent Carter Season 2, Pretty Little Liars Season 6, and The X-Files Season 10 out on my blog.
I need a better weapon.
I have a long Life is Strange posted out on my blog. Over 2,000 words long. And still, I could have discussed more. Like, I admit I sort of got on the hype train there. Chronicles of Gaia Chapter 2 is coming out April 9th, 2016. If you go to the blog, thechroniclesofgaia.blogspot.com, and you donate to my Patreon, you don't have to wait till April 9th. You can view the chapter right now. I need money. And I do writing... What?
I need money.
We need good someone heard that. And also I do writing commissions and such on Fiverr. I'm finally set up a little, dramatic reading gig on there. So, if you'd like my dramatic readings of Animorphs #1 and Mockingjay, hey, now you can pay me to do around 10 minutes of your fanfic or original story. I will do video or just audio, but if it's audio, you're going to have to fucking do your editing. And that's not to be rude or anything, but if I go to edit, it could add on around 2 weeks. I'm very particular about how, I cut. And so, yeah. And why do I fucking have to? Da da da. And if you're watching this on my blog, once I finally get this fucking episode up there, there is a donate button on the sidebar thingy, and it works. It works, folks. So you can donate, one-time donation, and help fund me with my whatever the fuck I do. I don't know. I just record, write. I don't know what I do. I get on the computer and I'm like, let's do something, Jash, and then I don't know what I do. But I got Omar to be a fan of me on YouTube before, so I must be doing something right.
Nice.
First thing we did together was the Warm Bodies review.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was good. Also, I have a cafe press that is active now. And I release a new design every week, and sometimes I expand upon a design and add more items. And I do have a quotes section. Basically, if I actually say anything people like, I'll put it on a shirt or whatever, and ta-da. So if I actually say something, yeah. And I have a bunch of designs with my bird Silene on it.
See that? That's how you don't die, Lugo.
Okay, gangbangers.
Gangbangers?
I shoot them. I unload 2 clips in.
You hide behind a freaking wall to not get shot.
That's not the
Sorry. Continue.
Load a whole clip on them.
Apparently he's confused about how hiding behind a wall can protect you. I was sitting here watching him.
That walls aren't protection at all. Anyways.
I was sitting here watching him play while you were talking, and
the
it was
walls are a lie.
The walls are not a lie. They will save your life.
The walls are a lie. And finally, for all the money muns, I want a money mun. I have a Patreon. God, I just put on the screen accidentally. Got very vocal about the money. So the Patreon helps fund my blog and my upcoming ebooks, such as I have 2 cover artists now, and so one for a penguin comedy and the other for a sci-fi horror. So that's I have to make sure I can get the money to pay them. Fiverr does help me fund things. But, I like Patreon because it's really a monthly donation. So I'm like, all the hard work, I am always going to get $1 or $2. And I get about $1. I actually have one donator to Patreon, so I do get around $1 a month now. Hey, look at all your hard work. Yay!
Yeah.
But there are benefits of donating to my Patreon before having, besides, helping me live the dream. Some dream.
This is the place where dreams die, so you should probably keep that dream away from here.
Oh, God. Do you think the dream place, Jash Talks, where dreams go to die, do you think that should be on a shirt?
That should probably be on a shirt, yeah.
Okay, can you message me reminding me and I'll make a design?
Sure.
We're hopeful here. So, anyways, Patreon, you get bonus content for Chronicles of Gaia, including behind the scenes and bonus chapters, and you also can view chapters ahead of time. I'll put a preview up, and you won't have to wait till the release date. You can view it right now. And also, $1 a month, you can get updates about my ebooks. For $5 a month, a 30-minute exclusive vlog featuring me. And yeah, I'm going to get those monthly stuffs out after this weekend. So the vlog will probably be out maybe Friday or Saturday. Well, the post will probably be up Monday or Tuesday. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So Omar, no. Omar always has the final parting words. I'll go first. I'm Jashikins, and I really hope you enjoyed this really long fucking episode. And if you do have any suggestions for topics for the next episode or questions you want to ask me, just comment below. I'd like to hear your opinions on stuff and things. The Walking Dead reference. Marty, do you have
Yeah,
any parting words? These are your final words that will be inscribed on your tombstone.
I'm dying.
Okay, that's a good final words. Okay, Omar.
The thin veneer of